Sorry, it just takes a second. Then we can get started. Sorry. All right. Okay. All right. I'm letting everybody in now. Thank you. Sorry about that. Hi, everybody. How are you? Anybody else want to turn on their camera? It's a lot of black boxes. No pressure. All right. Just a couple more people are trying to join. Okay. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is our third meeting of the year. I'm just going to take a look at the agenda really quickly. I think it should go pretty quickly. Okay, so a couple of things. So first, so as everybody knows, we had a mold issue. All Middletown had a mold issue in the summer, and the teachers unfortunately lost a lot of items that had to be thrown out due to mold. One of the larger ticket items were the carpets for in the rooms where children can sit. So I believe I made mention of it last meeting, but I wanted to let everybody know that most of the carpets have been delivered as of this week. There was a little hiccup with the vendor and they were missing, I want to say 6 rugs. So hopefully they will be shipped this week. But I think everyone, or I hope everyone's really happy that they were able to return to some sort of normalcy with being able to sit on the carpet and gather together. So that was a cool thing.
Very excited. The teachers were thrilled and the kids were excited, and that was the best thing. Even, I mean, I wasn't there this week, but last week when the rugs were coming in, it was like a hoopla. Everyone was super excited. So
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. Thank you for that feedback. So we were excited too. So we have that, and I believe I mentioned this on the last meeting, and if I am repeating myself, I apologize. But we sent out like a pretty big Amazon wish list, and we have some seriously generous families at Village. That list was cleared out, and I happen to know that obviously I think people want to buy for their child's current teacher just so that their child gets to benefit from those items. But I know that there were so many parents that just wanted to clear the list. It didn't matter what classes their kids were in. It was just really nice for everybody to come together and really help the faculty and staff just make their classrooms as whole as possible. So thank you so much again to everybody who donated, because that was awesome and we're lucky. So that was just a side note. So next school year, we as of right now, we have 2 open positions on the PFA. One is for enrichment, which is Michelle Vitale's position. The other one is for financial secretary, which is Carrie Adamo's position. For those of you who don't know, the PFA board positions, it's a minimum of a 2-year commitment. So, and my position will be up. Michelle will be stepping up into my position. We'll get to that later in the year when we have to vote her in. So a few people have come forward who are interested in joining the PFA board. So just so that you know, it's enrichment and it is financial secretary right now. So if anybody has any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to us, and we'll just go from there. So the next thing, we have Pretzel Day. I don't know, hopefully everybody saw Pretzel Day was moved from tomorrow to Friday, just because we might be getting snow, so we're not sure what will happen. But I spoke with Jill Alanier today, and she said that we received the most orders she's ever seen in all the time that she has volunteered. I want to say she was at 540 pretzels, And I believe more orders came in after, and she's like, I've never seen this many pretzels. So I just thought that was cool on, little fun fact. So I just wanted to share that. So thank you to everybody participating and helping with the sorting. I know, Lynn, are you here for a yearbook update?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell everyone that things are going well, and we approved the cover today, so that's final. And we're very far along with the book. I'm still waiting to see exactly what activities may happen between now and the submission date of April 18th. Most of our pages are taken, so I'm trying to be careful in case there is an activity such as Read Across America or the 5th grade basketball or Jump Rope for Hearts or the science fair, so those are some things I'd love to hear if we're going to have them or not. But the other big thing is the 5th grade baby pictures. We only have about 17 pictures so far. And so that I know there's going to be a newsletter coming out soon requesting this to be sent, but we have time technically. I have until April, but we really should start getting them in. And I'm really going to deep dive into who's really missing from the pictures and try to put a list together. So maybe the teachers could take a picture in school so we can get everybody in there. Did I say when I want to start selling? I think I feel like by maybe like February 20th, I'll ask that the flyers be sent home with the students and we can start selling. It's when it's too long, then people forget if they even bought. So then, so I'd rather just be a hard sell for like 6 weeks. But I'll start like February 20th, I think. And then we'll start putting it on Facebook and really pushing it for everyone. That's it.
Sounds good. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Lynn about the yearbook?
Oh, I don't have a question, but Lynn, I wanted to let you know for 5th grade baby pictures, we noted your deadline of February 15th, and we're working on the next newsletter that should be going out within the next few days, and that's going to be a part of it. So you should have those submissions in the next few weeks.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Dina, while you're there, do you want to do a quick, I'm just going to move around on the agenda. Do you want to do a quick 5th grade update? Not to put you on the spot.
Yeah, no, of course. One more thing, going back to the Amazon wish list, especially with teacher appreciation coming up, if there are more lists that can be formed, that's always great. Like I'm a class parent as well, like a lot of you guys are on the call on this call. And sometimes it's nice to be like, this is what we purchased with the class funds, but for anybody interested, here's kind of what we, have collected from the PFA as far as wish lists that teachers have in the classroom. And it's just a better roadmap for people rather than just going to buy a Marshall's gift card or going to buy an Amazon gift card. Like it's just something tangible that they can give. So if that can be for consideration, I know that all the parents would really appreciate that. As far as 5th grade updates, we don't have many. We wanted to let everybody know the Light the Night fundraiser was a huge success. We sold almost 480 kits, and we are really hoping that this becomes an annual tradition for Middletown Village in the future. We do have 2 more fundraisers coming up. It's going to be an Egg Your House fundraiser that will take place the weekend before Easter, and parents can purchase 20 plastic eggs. They provide their address, and the 5th graders go the night before and they hide all of the eggs in the yard. And we'll be purchasing a lot of gift cards that will have something rolled up in the eggs, and it could be anywhere from a $5 Five Below gift card to a $25 Amazon gift card. And there's a way to kind of claim their prize. And it will be $15 for 20 eggs. And those will likely go on sale the first week of March. So that should be pretty fun. And then we'll be doing a car wash either towards the end of April or right before Memorial Day weekend. And then that will conclude our fundraising. We try to do 3 big fundraisers rather than 5 or 6 small ones. And on behalf of the 5th grade coordinators and all of the kids and the families, the community has been so generous with helping the 5th graders out. So we sincerely appreciate all of your support. And then the last thing is the theme. So every year, fifth graders kind of go with like a theme or a mantra for the year. And our mantra for the year is be the change you wish to see in the world. And we'll be working with the fifth grade teachers over the next couple of weeks to see how we can, physically bring that mantra to fruition for all of the kids to, let them know what word they picked, for the change that they wish to see in the world. So for the next PFA meeting, we hope to have more updates on that. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you. It all sounds good. Thank you. All right, next up, the book fair. Debbie, I don't know if you're comfortable maybe going over some information. I think Bridget's on the call. I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but
I'm fine doing it if Bridget or Trisha don't want to do it.
I can. I have children screaming.
yeah, I wasn't sure. Sorry. Thank you.
We're right now planning on doing the book fair on March 2nd and 3rd. It's going to be a day and a half this year. It's going to be a little bit more condensed. So we're still working on the plan for that, but we will also be doing the evening event on the 2nd, so families can come in and parents can escort their children around in case they need to do that. We're going to have an e-wallet set up just like in the past so that people can fund their kids that way so they don't have to come in with cash if they don't want to. We are limiting volunteers this year just because of everything that's going on. So I know in previous years we've had kindergarteners all be able to come in with a parent, but we won't be able to do that this year. And we're going to be holding it into the all-purpose room, so there will be a little bit more space than in the past couple of years. We'll probably be looking for volunteers maybe like the first or second week of February. And more information to come.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions on anything that we discussed so far before we move on? No? Okay. All right, Mrs. McCormack, it's your turn.
Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Lori just talking about snow day and moving pretzel day. There's no snow allowed during weekdays for the rest of this year, being that we've used up 2 days in the very first full week. Hopefully we don't get much of anything tomorrow and it's all just talk. That's my plan anyway. So firstly, I just want to start by reiterating, our on behalf of all the teachers, like Mrs. Tobin said, our gratitude for the rugs and all the other items. The rugs were a huge ticket item, and in elementary school, aside from the children, the rugs are the heart of the classroom. It truly is. It just brightens up the place. It's a gathering place, a community building place, a chilling out, reading a book, hanging out with friends, a cooperative group place. And it really just completes the classroom. Everybody's very happy. Vinny was like Santa, delivering the rugs, the day that they went down. So very much appreciated. I also wanted to thank our PFA. I know in my last weekly update, I sent a picture of our village mission statement banner that our PFA put onto the banner. And as many of you know, a mission statement kind of describes the values and the commitments of a company or a school or an organization. And as a staff, we came together and, created this mission statement about all the things that we really hold true to our hearts and we value. So it's hanging proudly in our all-purpose room. I look forward to the day when we can gather as a whole school and point it out to the whole school at the same time. But for now, I'm sharing it during lunches when we have parts of our student body in there at one time. But I'd like to just read it again because I'm very proud of it. So if you just listen closely to the words, we tried to, there was so much, we had it was really large. We kind of made it smaller or more compact, not smaller, still rich in meaning though. So Middletown Village mission statement. As a village, we nurture, support, celebrate, and grow an inclusive community of lifelong learners, creative thinkers, risk takers, and students who are successful today and prepared for tomorrow. So I get chills when I hear it because it really is very meaningful and it drives everything that we do every day. So thank you, PFA, for supporting that and for putting it in a nice place for everybody to see and to read frequently and to remember. I want to also let you know that Miss Teresa, our crossing guard, is doing much better. I spoke with John McGuire, who's our head of security, and he oversees all of the crossing guards. And he said, you know, she's busy working in rehab. She won't be back anytime soon. I didn't get a specific, but I don't know if that's the balance of the school year. But the good news is that she's doing well and definitely on the road to recovery. Jump rope for heart. I know that Mrs. Lowther, you were asking about that. I spoke actually with Mr. Lombardi. He had it set up for the week of Read Across America week. And there are so many other things going on with the book fair and the readathon, which I think we're going to talk about a little. So I asked him to push that off until March. So it should still make your April yearbook deadline, but you'll get more information about that in March, just trying to spread things out a little bit. We have our second round of specials that will be starting February 8th. So that will be digital literacy and music. So for this round of specials, we will be able to go back into our specials classroom, the room that's right off of the all-purpose room. I don't know if people have been aware, but our art and Spanish for this first semester, which is the first half of the year for specials, has been taking place in the classrooms. So now we're able to make that switch. It'll be nice for the students just to be able to move outside of their classroom for specials as well, not just PE. They will be in there for help though. That's the only one they'll still in their classroom, one time out of a 6-day rotation. Our art teacher will be sharing, Mrs. Dogler. Ms. Dogler, she'll be sharing some information. She'll be creating a digital art show. So while we can't do an in-person one, and even though her time with Village will be stopping, she has been preparing it, and we'll send some more information about that, when and how to access that show. Read Across America Week. So as you know, or don't know, Read Across America Week is coming up. It's a national celebration of reading. And it's the week of February 28th through March 4th, I believe. It's around Dr. Seuss's birthday, which is March 2nd. So that's kind of where the date came from. And it's a national celebration, and the NEA this year, I know in the past, they focused on one particular author, on Dr. Seuss when celebrating Read Across America Week, but the focus has since shifted a little bit and focusing more on diversity in the books that we read, so that the books that the children that are exposed to reflect the world in which we live, which is a very diverse world and not specific to one author or one genre. So with that in mind, some of the school-wide celebrations that we're going to do, even though it's a week long, we're not necessarily celebrating a week long school-wide. We're going to focus on, one day on, March 2nd on that Wednesday, and do some meaningful school-wide activities that focus truly on, celebrating reading, and less on, the spirit week and the dressing up week. There'll be plenty of activities in the classrooms. Teachers will do their own thing and their own grade appropriate things in their classroom. But just as a school, we'll send some information out about that, but we have some really nice things planned. So we're looking forward to that. And I believe that was all. And again, no snow during the school week. Anybody, any questions? Oh, last thing I have, some of the feedback that I got from our parent survey at the beginning of the year was to have some informal gatherings, just, so we can chew and chat or drink a second cup of coffee or whatever we're calling it. So this Friday will be the first one, virtual, unfortunately, not unfortunately, it'll be fine, but 9:30 to 10:30 is what I have planned. I sent out the virtual link on the last weekly updates. If you're able to join us, I don't know, there is absolutely no agenda. So it's kind of very organic and wherever the conversation takes us. So if you're able to join, please come with questions, concerns, ideas, anything. So it could last 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or a full hour, but I will be there. So thank you, everybody.
Thank
Any
you.
questions?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, Amanda and Janine are up next with fundraising updates.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if Janine was on yet, so I'll
She's
start out.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one thing is that we recently did the holiday craft fair, which was a success. The kids had a lot of fun, the families enjoyed it, it went pretty well. We have a few events coming up. One of them was the one that Miss McCormack just mentioned. We're going to be doing a readathon. So starting the week before Read Across America Week and then ending on March 4th. So from February 22nd through March 4th. All the information will be going home the week of Valentine's Day. So that week, all the information will go home to the parents. But what happens is it's a virtual fundraiser. So the parents are able to set up through their virtual platform, a donation page. They can send it out to, families, friends, and it's a one-time donation. So it's not based on the amount of time that the students are reading, but it's a really great way to, help support the school, but also to, encourage the reading, encourage our students to read more, and especially during the week of Read Across America. So all that information will be going home, and I think that's a really fun activity, and hopefully we're going to be able to include, the celebrations and all the fun things that happen during Read Across America Week. The other fundraiser that we have coming up, which is another big fundraiser that we have, is the Harlem Wizards. So the date, we did push it back a little bit because of everything that was going on this winter. So the new date is going to be March 22nd. It's at Brookdale. And we have a couple of the other elementary schools in Middletown that are joining in. So it should be a really fun community event, but it's a really fun game. It's the teachers from the elementary schools playing against the professional basketball players from the Wizards. And we're going to have the tickets starting to be available to be on sale before Monday. But one of the things is that we do have a lot of volunteer spots. So that information will be going out through Toolkit. So we need, people to help sell tickets, scan the tickets, help sell souvenirs, kind of just stand out in the crowd and make sure everybody's going up the bleachers or into their seats the right way. But it's a really fun event, and anybody that, enjoys basketball, even kids that aren't really excited about basketball, it's just really cool to see their teachers come out and play. So like I said, we have a couple of the other elementary schools in the districts coming to play as well. So we'll have some teachers from those schools, and it's just a really fun event for everybody. I think that's it.
Is Janine here?
She is. Hi.
Hi. Thanks, Amanda. I'm sorry. Do you want to talk about the gift auction at all? Do you have any updates?
So the gift, yeah, hold on. I'm sorry. I just got home.
Yeah, no.
So the gift auction is still set for April 7th. We have the barn, which I think we talked about this the last time. We're going to do the barn, and I just have to get volunteers together so that we can get baskets, especially neighborhood baskets. I guess I just need to find a volunteer from each of the neighborhoods, and I'm going to get together with Debbie at some point so that we can go over the budget for the other baskets. But that's really the only update I have. So the planning is in the works.
Good. Thank you. Anybody have any?
We actually do have a list of the neighborhoods of who's volunteered to be the person before. So we can talk
great.
about
And they're still here?
FYI. A lot of them are, yes.
Oh, perfect. Maybe I can get together with you next week and I can get that list and we can start working on the other baskets.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. That's it. That's all I have.
Thank you, guys. Anybody have any questions? No? Okay. All right, Lenore, you and Avery are up.
I apologize. My husband's at work. The only update I really have is I had the honor of dropping off all the handmade cards from the kids and a gift for Ms. Teresa, who was very, very appreciative. I saw her and her husband and I chatted with them for probably like 15 or 20 minutes. She just wanted me to make sure I reiterate to everyone that she loves the kids and she misses everyone. And she still, I think, has a somewhat long road to recovery. She's going to be doing physical therapy, I think, for a long while. And she's still in, she said, some significant discomfort, but our present made her very happy. I think it was she was very emotional receiving a package, especially of the cards from all the kids. So we dropped her off a candle, a comfortable blanket, and a gift card to Panera, and then all the cards, and she was very grateful.
Thank you. Thank you for taking care of that again. We appreciate it. Next is Michelle for enrichment.
Hi, everyone. So one thing, we had our multicultural assembly. It was virtual, push cart players. It was called the Season of Miracles. I know that Mrs. McCormack also sent the link home for families to be able to watch it a second time with their children. I hope you were able to view that, because I watched it with my kids and we really enjoyed it. I am in the process of booking a virtual authors visit, hopefully for the week of Read Across America week. If I can't get the authors visit, I might be looking into a reading assembly like we've had in the past. Of course, it would be virtual during the winter months. I'm also looking to book some grade level enrichment with the teachers. I want to reach out to them first to find out if they want to have it virtually now, because I know like kindergarten and first grade usually have their enrichment during the winter. But if they would prefer to wait till the spring to have a possibility of an in-person, possibly outside assembly. So I have to email the teachers and see what their preferences are. But the grade level enrichment will be booked this year, whether it is virtual or in person. But I just have to reach out to them and see how they're feeling about it, and if they still want to, you know, last year we did virtual, the penguin visit for the kindergarten. We also did the planetarium for the first grade, and Liberty Science Center has like a bunch of really good virtual enrichment. So I want to see where the teachers are at and what they want to do, but it will be booked either now or in spring, and hopefully in person. So we'll see. And that's really all I have for enrichment right now.
Sounds good.
While I'm on, since my position is opening for next year, if anybody on here has any questions for me, you know, personally, you can reach out to me. Feel free.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you for the update. Keith, you are next. I'm just going to quickly share my screen.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
While Lori starts sharing her screen, trying to do this without everyone's eyes glazing over, considering we are about a third of the way through the school year, I wanted to look at the original budget and actually provide an update based on the events that we've had and some of the additional activities that we're expecting. So overall, we have a little bit less than $17,000 in the accounts. Based on the original budget, our general operating expenses are a little bit higher, but then also the revenue is a little bit higher. So we can go down a little bit further. And then again, still hoping to get a goal of $10,000 to carry forward when this year is done. Amazon Smile, we've actually raised $296 to date. And we only expected $200, so I'm actually forecasting a little bit more. So that's a little bit. And then game night actually came above what we originally thought, about $500, and then craft night came a little bit under $50. Toolkit, a little bit higher, don't expect much movement there, so kind of forecasting that as is. I think the other big change was School Spirit is probably going to go a little bit higher, not really sure as of yet, but Color Run came in about $1,200 more than we actually thought. So again, really good. And Scarecrows came in about $900 or almost $1,000. One of the biggest drivers for the increase is going to be the Wizards game, as Amanda and Janine mentioned. It seems to be a really good fundraising opportunity. Again, hopefully COVID and all of that doesn't sideline that, but obviously the more money we raise for Wizards, the more we'll be able to provide back to the school. And then if we go down to the next, these are the expenses. I think one of the biggest changes has been Fun Day. As Lori starts planning for Fun Day, we realize that some of the costs are actually just inflated. The inflatables are inflated. Terrible, sorry. So we're actually projecting for more money to go towards that. Professional fees are coming in around the same price. And then again, talking about the carpets, that was a high ticket item, but again, with the Wizards, it kind of pays for one another. And then, yeah, I think that's really the biggest changes. So we originally thought that we'd spend 36,600, but we're now looking at 41,300. But again, the Wizards will hopefully be able to stop that gap as we move into the next quarter, be able to redo this again, and then kind of zero in on what we can actually spend near the end of the year, and making sure that we once again hit that goal of $10,000, and making sure that any of the additional money goes to experiences and teacher appreciation and things that are going to build the school. Not too many glazed faces. Any questions, concerns, issues?
Oh, no. All right. Thank you. Just going to stop sharing my screen. Mrs. Tobin and Mrs. Young, you guys are up next. I don't know if you have anything you'd like to share.
I think the most important thing I know that I wanted to share was this, what McCormick was saying was I believe every teacher was gifted something throughout the last couple months, whether it was a big ticket item like a carpet or a little ticket item like, you know, markers or dry erase boards or whatever it was, but everybody really needed those things and was so relieved that they were replaced. It was hard in the beginning for sure, because so much was missing and every day you would figure out something else was missing. So it just was really nice when those items were replaced. You felt valued by the PFA and that they would do that for us. And it was really nice. And we really appreciate it. So thank you. And I don't think anything else. I wasn't there this week, so I don't know if Ms. Young has any news that she wants to share. I think she's in there somewhere. I don't see her right now, but I know she's there.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I haven't been able to get to many of these because it's around the time I put my son to sleep, but I put my husband on top of that today. Yeah, I just definitely want to second the absolute gratitude that the teachers have had for fulfilling those lists. I'm one of the delayed carpets, but I am so excited and waiting very patiently for it to arrive, because I have to say, just walking into the classrooms, like Mrs. McCormack said, it is like that sense of, you know, pre-March 2020 coming through again. So it's just so nice to see. The kids were like so excited in the classrooms where they were being rolled out. So that was just so huge to bring that back into our classrooms and have that sense of normalcy being felt again. So thank you so much. And all of those items cleared off the wish lists. It's just so nice. And Middletown District does a lot with, you know, keeping the teachers up to date on resources, but we all know there's those little things that you bring into your room that make it extra special. So, you know, fulfilling those things on the list make all the difference in the classroom. So thank you. And those fundraisers coming up sound absolutely adorable, like with the eggs and stuff. So it's so cool that you guys are working so hard to still make the year as special as you can for the kids. That really sounds so fun. So excited to hear things coming back, like the basketball game and the gift auction. It's about time. So I'm so excited. So thank you all so much for all your work.
Thank you. We really appreciate everything you guys do. I hope, obviously, you know that already, and we hope you feel that. And we're all very lucky to be here. So that's my take. So, okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Did I miss anything? Anybody? Debbie, I can't see you right now. I don't know if you have anything you want to add.
Thank you guys. Got it all. I think we're good.
All right, cool. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We have 35 people here and like 10 of us are on the board and Mrs. Tobin and Mrs. Young. So like this is an awesome turnout. So thank you for that. Have a good night and we'll see